everyone, I want to show you how to make what I'm calling a candy buddy. So this is a candy corn shaped little felt buddy that has some pockets in it, so you can, stuff it with various goodies or whatever you want to do. It's pretty easy. It took me about maybe 10 minutes to cut it, and depending on how fast you stitch, maybe 10 to 30 minutes, and I did it all while, of course, watching Netflix. So I've got a little stack of them here. Anyone who says that their craft area is clean is lying, that's for sure. So I started with just making 2 white bases, and sometimes when I'm making a pattern for the first time, I cut it by hand before putting it on the Cricut. So probably moving forward, I'll probably make this shape on the Cricut and probably make more of them that way, but sometimes when I'm kind of making something myself, I just want to cut it with the scissors. And then I've got, it's kind of just like a candy corn divided into 3 chunks. So we've got the orange chunk, in the middle there, and then the yellow chunk. And the idea is that the orange and the yellow create little pockets. So when you stitch, you're just gonna stitch around the edge, and you're gonna leave these top 2 chunks, or this top edge, you're gonna leave it unstitched so that you can sneak some goodies inside. All right, so when you are stitching this, I think sometimes the first couple stitches are the hardest. So I usually like to hide the end of my thread on the inside. So the 2 white layers are going to be where you actually put the stuffing. So I put the needle in so that, you've got the 1 white layer here, and then we're getting in that first knot all of the layers tied together, because that's just going to help hold it together for you. Otherwise it's kind of like stitching spaghetti if you don't get that initial knot in there. So I like to do just a really basic kind of whip stitch in there. And you just kind of work your way around, kind of getting all those stitches in that you need. Okay, so as I mentioned, I just kind of stitched all around the edge. I chose orange thread because I thought that was kind of a cute contrast on the white, but it's also because I have a ton of orange embroidery thread, so you can really use whatever color you want. So as I mentioned, you leave a little pocket at the bottom, and then I like to stuff this with a little bit of polyfill, and then maybe if you have any felt scraps, because sometimes I don't like throwing things away, I stuff that in there too. So you get it stuffed, and then you stitch it closed.